Today I'm explaining the emotional manipulation tactics referred to as breadcrumbing and future faking, as well as the narcissist's intentions when using these tactics. And at the end of this video, I will tell you the surprising reason why these tactics work so well. I'm Lise Leblanc. I post videos weekly on topics related to personality disorders, stress, grief, relationships, and other mental health issues. This content is for informational purposes only, and if you find this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And make sure to click that notification bell so you don't miss anything. So let's get started with breadcrumbing, which is when someone throws you intermittent crumbs or morsels of positive reinforcement. This reinforcement can be attention, admiration, a caring gesture. Maybe it's a flirtatious text, a sweet comment on your social media post, a nice email showing interest in you, or a vague suggestion that you get together sometime. When you respond, you may get a few non-committal crumbs, or you may get no response at all. And if any plans or commitments are made, they end up getting changed or canceled. These interactions come sporadically, and the intention is to keep you emotionally engaged. Obviously, this makes it hard for you to forget about them because they seem so great and they keep giving you hope that something might materialize in the future. So instead of moving on, you just wait for another crumb. And these crumbs, at least usually, are not just any old crumbs. These crumbs arouse positive emotion, curiosity, excitement, and provide a hit of dopamine. Breadcrumbing keeps you in limbo, hoping and wanting more, staying out of reach, but giving you just enough to keep you on the trail. And just as you start losing interest in the narcissist or giving up hope, another crumb comes your way. Maybe, there is a chance for something more, you start to think. So this makes so that you can't get any closer to them, but you can't move on either. It's like the breadcrumber doesn't want you, but they don't want to let you go. Maybe they see you as a future prospect, or in most cases with the narcissist, breadcrumbing is a way to keep you interested in them and make sure that they are still relevant to you. Their ultimate intention is to keep you confused through a system of intermittent reinforcement and mixed messaging to keep themselves alive in your mind and to keep you around in case they run out of narc supply. So if your narc prospect keeps sending you sweet, flirty messages with no follow-through, then you're probably being breadcrumbed. But you will eventually realize that breadcrumbing never leads anywhere. It is not done with the intention of ever moving the relationship forward. It is simply a form of emotional manipulation used to create a false sense of future possibilities to keep you hanging on emotionally. It's like going to the casino and standing at the slot machine. Maybe you have a really good feeling about it because it paid out the last time you were there. So you put 50 bucks in and lose half your money right off the bat. So you start thinking, well, maybe I should swap machines. But then you have a win. Maybe it's only $5, but it gives you hope. So you keep playing the machine. Again, you start losing and you lose and you lose. And as you start packing up to leave, oh, there's another little payout. $8 this time. Can't leave now. So you keep playing. Just as you're about to lose your last dollar, you win $2, then another $2, then maybe another $1. You get excited. But then, of course, you lose it all. Then there's nothing left. You think of walking away, but it was just starting to pay more consistently. Put another $50 in. After all, you have a good feeling about this machine, and it did pay once. So you keep dumping more and more money into the machine, maybe not even really noticing how much of a deficit you're incurring over time. So let's move on to future faking, which is a strategy used by the narcissist to make you believe that they will fulfill all of your wants, needs, dreams, and goals for the future. And they will help you imagine this future desired reality in great detail. They'll get you excited about it, get you visualizing it as though it were a guaranteed reality. And your rewards are coming as long as you stick with them. Now, it is very common in relationships to do some future pacing, which means thinking and talking and imagining what your future together could look like based on your mutual goals, needs, values, and vision. So, what's the difference then between future pacing and future faking? The main difference is that future faking is a series of false promises that the narcissist uses to create a custom-built fantasy future for you. They will data mine you and find all of your hopes and dreams and base this fake future on your deepest desires, and then convince you to believe that you need them in order to fulfill this fantasy. They have no intention of keeping their promises. Instead, they are creating this fantasy, custom-built illusion for you in order to manipulate you into getting fast trust, connection, dependency, and to make you invest all of your mental, emotional, and energetic resources, financial or whatever, to get what they want now. So they promise this fake future, but what you actually get is a complete annihilation of yourself, because in order to get this promised future, you need to give them everything you have now, and that can be your attention, your admiration, your time, your sex, your energy, your services, your money, or whatever it is that they want, which usually is everything. You need to fill their fantasy image of you, and that is impossible because you're not a puppet, you're a person. But to the narcissist, they don't seem to know that or be able to accept it. Now, future faking comes with a few caveats, because in the beginning, sometimes a narcissist may give you a taste of your desired future reality. But make no mistake, it is temporary and there are strings attached. For example, the narcissist, maybe who has financial means, let's say, will show you temporarily the grand lifestyle they can provide you. Or the narcissist may show you the exciting sex life you will have with them. But remember, they are using this to turn you into a puppet. Their ultimate goal is to get you psychologically submissive so that they can eventually turn you into a psychological slave. And even then, it will not be good enough. They'll want you to cut ties with your family, quit your job, give all of your time, attention, and energy to them. But eventually they will lose interest. The fake fantasy future will start slipping away. It will get pulled away. And of course, it will be your fault. You are making them break their promise. And in their minds, it is you who owes them, who is not appreciating everything that they're doing for you, and who is not meeting their needs. Things can start going downhill out of the blue, or it can happen when you start questioning things or start standing up for yourself. Suddenly, they switch. They are no longer idealizing you and promising you the world. Now they are demeaning and dismissing you, punishing you, using that fake future and a lot of other ways, and making sure that you know that this fake future they had created for you, then we're going to give to you, is being pulled away because of things that you are doing. In reality, they never fell in love with you. They fell in love with an image of perfection that exists only in their mind. And no one can ever live up to that fantasy illusion because it's just a representation, an avatar. And it's only when they're high on their own brain chemistry that they can even fool themselves into thinking that this illusion might be real. But it always, always falls apart. And there is nothing you could have done better, different. The more you invest, the more you lose, period. And they will turn around and repeat the exact same cycle over and over with other people. That's one of the hardest things for people to accept, is that to the narcissist, you are interchangeable. And what they created for you was an illusion. The only thing that was real was how they played on your emotions to manipulate you into investing in them and being their puppet. So one clear sign of future faking is that this fantasy illusion gets created for you almost the moment you meet. The talk about being soulmates, they're showing you their vulnerabilities and how you're the one who can save them, how they get you to buy into this fake fantasy future together. And the more you get attached to that idea, boom, you start investing everything you've got into making it happen, which of course means investing everything you have into the relationship and the narcissist. Once you fully invest, they can then use that fake future to manipulate you. So the reason that both breadcrumbing and especially future faking work so well is that they are preying on your hopes and dreams for future possibilities and getting you attached to the idea that you can get what you want later, what you deeply desire, as long as you give them what they want now. We're all seeking to achieve our goals and to create an amazing future for ourselves. And we want to attract people with similar hopes and dreams, whose vision and values align with ours. There's nothing wrong with that. Most people are looking for a mate that they can, live an amazing life and create an amazing future together. But when it feels too good to be true and is happening on a turbo timeline, especially when your gut is telling you something is off, pay attention. The reason breadcrumbing and future faking work so well is that the narcissist is using your attachment to your own hopes, dreams, and fantasies for your future to lock in your investment in them. So ask yourself, how long would you stand at a slot machine if all you did was lose, lose, lose? Would you stay until you were completely bankrupt? Would you borrow money from your friends and family and bankrupt them too? I don't think so. And this is what will happen if you stay with a narcissist. You may stay a year, 2 years, 5 years, or 20 years, but you don't get those years back, and you end up losing a heck of a lot more than your time. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and check out my playlist on narcissistic personality disorder.